Welcome to The Way of the Warrior, where we explore the world of martial arts and the incredible stories of those who have dedicated their lives to mastering them. I'm your host, Michael Patrick, and today we have a great episode for you. I'm joined by two of our Dragon Society International instructors, Peter Holmes and Stephen Lloyd of the United Kingdom. Master Holmes is a 6th degree black belt in Karate Jutsu, a 3rd degree black belt in Tang Soo Do and Torte Jutsu. Master Lloyd holds a 6th degree black belt in Karate Jutsu, a 6th degree black belt in Tae Kwon Do, as well as a 1st degree black belt in both Tang Soo Do and Torte Jutsu. He also brings with him 37 years of boxing experience and 7 years of MMA training. We'll also explore their work protecting their communities, women and children in particular. I'm thrilled to have the chance to sit down with them. So without further ado, let's get into this insightful conversation. I'd like to explore your background in the martial arts.
Well, me personally, the reason I started is because I had a slip disc when I was 21. And someone said about the stretching with martial arts. So once I'd come out of the rehab from doing the, because I was on like a orthopedic bed with weights hanging off my feet for 6 months. So after that, went doing the weights, and then doing the martial arts with the stretching, and did Tang Soo Do, went through the ranks on the Tang Soo Do and enjoyed it, and then competed all around the world doing the tournament fighting. Whereas that day it was sort of more semi-contact, but full contact. As long as you didn't draw blood, you didn't get disqualified. So yeah, that was all good. And then went to a Leon J seminar with Dillman when he was there. Said about it, and they really enjoyed it. It was really different. It was sort of Dillman was a good showman. So he come across really well. It was completely different. So did that and enjoyed it and said, how do we learn any more? And that's where they said to us about Russ. And by this time, he'd been over to see Rick and Tom and started, like, when I went to them, they said, I'm sort of getting to these guys with the Dragon Society, and started training sort of one-on-one with Russ. And then basically kept the Dragon Society. So that's mine getting into the Dragon Society, nice and quick and easy, but it's just standard martial arts going through.
So for me, I started when I was younger. We had a local professional boxer that lived a couple of doors up from where my old man had his garage. So my dad had a chat with him and got me around to him when I was about 6. And just took to it like a duck to water, absolutely loved it. So I started training with him literally 7 times every night of the week. I was around training, started tournament fighting, and I tore the ligaments in my shoulder and had to sort of like ease off the boxing. So I decided then, like, what can I do? And I've been watching some of the old martial art films with Van Damme and all that. And I was like, I'd love to do that. So I started in this Tae Kwon Do school, still train that up to date, moved to kickboxing so I can combine my hands and the feet together. So I've worked up through that. I've done some Tang Soo Do with a local instructor. During this, I then started reading books on pressure points because it intrigued me on how they worked, why they worked, and how to do them. And this Tang Soo Do instructor would organise a seminar with this big ugly bloke called Pressure Point Pete. He was a local lad who'd done all the pressure points. Went down, done the seminar with Pete, and just fell in love with it. From then, it was like we were training every week. To the point of them going, let's open a gym, and now, like I say, we're best mates and got a full-time school, and it's just gone from strength to strength from there. So yeah,
we're best mates.
Well, screw you.
What would you say is the most intriguing part of Dragon Society teachings? Martial science, Torte Jutsu, Karate Jutsu? Where did you put most of your focus in your training?
There's a couple of things. It's evolved. It's one of them. It starts there, and because it's other than any martial arts, a journey, and this is the same thing. You start off seeing something, and the main bit for me was when I went to see Dillman, and started doing it. There was a big, mouthy guy from London, and he stood next to Dillman, and Dillman was standing there, I was here, and this guy was there, and he kept going and over-talking Dillman as the audience was there, and he just lifted his arm up, and he just went dink across the bladder point, across his eye, and he just went down sinking. I thought, shit, I want to do that. He don't show anything like that. All we was doing is smashing the shit out of our arms. And that's it. We didn't learn it, and I was going, I need to learn that. And then that's where we went off and going through. And then it was the bit going through from there to seeing Tom. And Tom was unbelievable about the amount of pain. And he just goes, and he's so gentle, but the pain is insane. And that was, to me, that was it. It was just that side of it. And we sort of evolved more over the time, and our journey sort of leading us more to sort of self-defense side, rather than combat fighting. Because this is the other bit that we've found as well, that people go, we're going to do self-defense, but what they're actually doing is fight defense. There's a big, big difference. Once someone throws a punch, it's a fight. Our side of it is what happens before that, the peripheral vision, using the other types of players that people don't think about. And then when it comes to defending yourself, not complicating it. It can't be complicated for Joe Public, because the self-defense is just to defend and get away. So for me, that's the way I've sort of been steered and going through, and with the school as well that we've got. So yeah, it is. It's a completely different path to I thought it would start off, and that's the nice thing with it. That is one of the nice things with it, is you never know which way you're going to go, but you have to be aware that you've got to go with the flow and just let it go and let it see where you're going and then fight against it. So,
yeah. For me, for Dragon Society, against similar to Pete, I mean, I was doing a seminar with Pete and he punched me in the chest through a great big ether foam pad, and it felt like I got hit by a train. And it wasn't until the following day, my wife turned around to me and went, "What on earth have you done to your back?" And I was like, "What?" I had a bruise on my back like this. It hit me and the energy had gone through and bruised on my back, and I was just like, I've got to learn how to do this. And again, it's just evolving it and changing it and playing with it. And like Pete said, we're doing a lot of self-defense stuff. So we're adding all the elements of that in. And again, a massive part for me was actually getting over and meeting you, yourself, Professor Rick, Professor Tom, and all the other professors, the legends that have been built up to me over years. From, like I said, I've been training with Pete now about 15 years. It's the first time I got over to see you guys, and it's just absolutely amazing. You've all absolutely lived up to what the expectations was. So it's brilliant.
From what you've seen, what is the difference in martial arts in the United Kingdom versus the United States?
Well, I say for the self-defense side is what we try and concentrate on more. Is our self-defense side is completely different to your guys over here. We can't carry weapons. We're not allowed to do this. We're not allowed to do that. We are so governed by rules. If we do something, we're going to get sent to prison. We've got to make sure that everything we're doing and we're showing our students, we're crossing the I's, we're dotting the T's. There's no legal comeback to it. And there's instructors over, like I say, over our way, which have been sent down for techniques that they've shown. They've gone, well, they've done that on something, they've hurt them. You're liable. That's one of our biggest overcome we've got to do. Where we're training with you guys today, you're like, boom, yeah, I'm going to jab you in the throat and kill him. We'll be like, we can't teach that. That's our biggest downfall for it.
yeah, and what I would say, the standard of martial arts to the UK, I think is very, very similar, because everywhere is the same. You've got really, really good instructors and you've got really, really poor instructors. So I think that side of it is very, very similar. I mean, it is what it is. The difference is, to me, with the Dragon Society, you've all got passionate instructors in one association. So they're all really, really capable. They're all really passionate about what they do. I'll be honest with you, we know a lot of martial arts in the UK, and we've seen so many different people. We've been to loads of awards, loads of shows, everything like that. The main thing that I've noticed over here with the Dragon Society, so I can't say for other associations, but in the States, but the difference is how friendly and easy to talk to the Dragon Society instructors, grandmasters, professors, all of them, everybody. There's no
ego.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be an ego. And that's the biggest thing. Obviously, you've got egos in every martial arts. But there's no egos as such here. You know what I mean? Within the Dragon Society, everybody's easy to talk to. With like Professor Rick and Tom, you look at them and you go, they are the pinnacle. And you can just sit and talk to them like, well, the way I explained to Steve before he came out was, Rick's like your dad. If you do something wrong, he'll thrash you. Tom's like your granddad. So he'll sit you down and talk to you what you've done wrong, and he'll be nice. Rick will destroy you, Tom. So you've got that yin and yang. But they're both so approachable. It is unbelievable. And it is really, really good. Really good. Yeah. And any sort of knowledge you want to know, they're really quick to come back. And yeah, it's brilliant. It is really, really good. I mean, one of the other things, as I say, with the Dragon Society, what I like is each instructor seems to have their own sort of little niche, and that's good as well. It's like most other associations, they're trying to go, oh, one person teaches everything. They know everything. Whereas this is really good. So rather than it just being like a little bit of bamboo going up, it becomes an oak tree. And it becomes branching out, and everybody then is respected for what they do. So that's really nice as well. Really nice. So you've got that sort of respect, even though we're low grades, you still get that respect for doing something different from the higher grades. Yeah, and that's nice as well. So it's just that bit, oh yeah, you're only low, so stay down. You're encouraged to progress and be better. And that's the big thing. So, did you want us to say anything about the hunting? And
I would love that. It's an opportunity to get the word out if you want.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's part of what we do. It's part of us. You know what I mean, going from the close protection, doing the bodyguarding side of it, to, you know what I mean, because we're both qualified bodyguards as well. But it's gone from there to the security side and having the gym and having kids. At the gym, you sort of feel, I don't know, you sort of feel
obliged. Yeah,
obliged to, and you want to help and protect.
Well, I think that's a major part of our gym, is all we want to do is help people. I mean, we don't earn any money from our gym at all. Everybody else does, apart from us, and we put, like I say, we work there for hours and hours and hours, but we do not earn a penny out of it. People come into the gym and go, my God, look at Seb, you must be earning a fortune. It's like, no, not a single bit. We had Cynthia Rothlock down. We've got Bill Superfoot Wallace coming down. We've paid out of our own pockets for them guys to come down for a seminar. All the money coming in from seminars,
we give to charity.
Give them to charity. And that's what, personally, I think martial arts is all about. It's becoming better people, helping people in a way that you can. So, yeah, like I said, we do loads of charities as much as we can. We do self-defense seminars all for free. We don't charge for any of them. Any donations are welcome. It all goes off to charity. And like I say, we've started with having this massive kid base. Obviously, we've got a full-time school. We started doing the paedophile hunting, because where we are, it's absolutely massive over there. And we were following a few groups on there. Now we need security staff to come out and help. And we were like, well, you fancy doing it? Should we go and have a go? And the wives were like, you ain't really got time for that, boys. You know what I mean? You're cutting yourself short as it is. It was like, yeah, but if we don't, who else is going to do it? So then that one child, that one meeting we turn up to could potentially save a poor little girl from being abused or raped, or murdered, or, you know.
And I think that's the thing as well with the martial art community. The martial art community forget why they're doing it. You do martial arts originally to help people. Then they get weighed up in their ego, and I'm a martial art instructor and I'm doing it for martial arts. I'm doing it because I'm... Whereas realistically, you're doing it to make the kids, or adults even, better people, not be a brilliant fighter. Because at the end of the day, most people that do it are never going to be amazing fighters. They might be in the head, they might think they are, but they're not going to be. It's about being better people. Like at the gym, I mean, we've got 260 students. So what we do, we want them to, as I say, be better people, all of them. So hence the reason we do like an Easter egg drive. So they get like chocolate eggs for the kids. We're doing an Easter egg drive at the minute. So we try and get them to bring at least one Easter egg in. And then we're giving it the whole lot. We take them down to the food bank so that they can give to people that are struggling, their kid, an Easter egg that they probably wouldn't have had. So the kids now, and even to the parents, are bringing things in. So they're thinking, oh, actually, yeah, there's people less fortunate than us. We'll bring that in. So hopefully they're thinking that way. We also have on the wall a big banner permanently up with the poppy. So at least we forget for the soldiers. So we leave that up all the time. Hopefully then, subliminally, so with the NLP, their subconscious is seeing it all the time and it's triggering. Then when something happens, then they've got that in their mind all the time. And hopefully that will help them become better people. Hence the reason when we were gone out doing the paedophile hunting, it's easy. People say to us about, how do you not smash them? When they're there, how do you not? And they go, well, if we did, we would feel better. But they would get off. It's not about us feeling better. It's about protecting the kids and looking after the children and looking after different people. And if we don't hit them and we don't fill them in, which is really tempting to do, it is, especially when you hear some of the stuff that we've heard from the people themselves. But if we don't do it, the police come, they arrest them. Now the children are benefiting from us catching them and also not feeling better about ourselves. When you feel better about yourself is when they're cuffed and getting put in the back of that van. That is an absolute buzz, feeling that. There's no better feeling, to be fair. So, yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? It's all about it. I mean, when we do, as I say, the gym costs us a lot of money to run. We don't make any money out of it. We do Christmas parties, we do Halloween parties, and all the proceeds go to charity. We put in a pot, so we pay for the DJ. We do the pot going in, and no end of times we've gone, what the hell are we doing all this for? And then you see the kids doing whatever, and there's a lot of kids with disabilities that are in the class, and you just look at it, and Steve looked at me the other day and went, that's why we do it.
In a dojo where the spirit ignites, we train hard chasing dreams through the nights. Make money, make a leads with a warrior's heart, teaching us all to play our part. Dragons of TSR, we rise and fight with courage and skill. We're ready to ignite. Michael Patrick's wisdom guides the way. In the heat of the battle, we're here to stay.